really, it's if you to ask, it's organized the whole system where there is money. But I know you'll be asking how you get money back.
No, okay, I want to stay on something you just said because we do talk about this, but we don't really go in depth. So you mentioned two things. You mentioned that the Chinese have developed a system that works because they understand the weaknesses in the market and basically created something to mend those gaps. So my understanding is from what we talked about. And then the other part is that colonization, all of these things were purposely created to just the word that is not coming in my mind. Disorganized, let's just say
Yes,
that.
like
And that's fine. My thing is, if the Chinese have been successful at creating systems, that mean that we can also be successful at the very least. Especially because, like, you live here, you have like the people who live here, like these are the people who are gonna make the system or make anybody's systems work. So it makes sense for the systems to come from the people who are actually using them. So my thing is, why wouldn't we work towards changing the status quo or business as usual to create something that is like that's what I really want to talk about, and I understand that it's easier said than done, but I think that we should at least start to do that because if we, I mean, okay, so this is what I'll just say this: we can start somewhere that makes the most sense right now, but I don't want to get lost in like just kind of trying to navigate what exists as opposed to creating something that is like something that can be sustained and scaled.
yeah, okay. If you said where to start, you know that already Rwanda is it does some a lot of effort. You remember I told you about UPI.
Yeah.
We have a UPI. We have the master plan, and there is data in abundance in Rwanda. But there's some missing layer now, which I think that can be the one make us successful to to translate in a language the local understand, be meaning the the landowner,
Yeah.
the in translate this in a language the investor understand, the developer understand, and the buyer understand. This this is what I'm proposing the matchmaking. Now the matchmaking challenge is you be asking how to how to evaluate, how to monetize it. This is the challenging part.
Okay, so I have some ideas because I was thinking that we can go and talk about a lot of different things, but I would prefer to talk about, yeah, like the biggest, we know what the biggest pain points are. We understand what it is that we want to accomplish. Um, I'm hearing two things for you, like, wow, I wish I had more sleep. This is kind of annoying. I keep losing my train of thought, but it's
It's,
so good.
it's okay, you
Okay, let me just close my eyes, maybe.
you want to close your eyes.
Yeah,
Okay, because
maybe it's too much for my eyes to be open because they burn. I'm probably not gonna use this.
you want to close your eyes and use the camera.
They can just use the audio. But I do want
Let's
to say, point your
use the
shirt like
audio
this.
maybe.
Point your shirt like this. Yeah.
Like close it.
No, you don't have to close it. It was just kind of like,
Okay, let me close it.
um, yeah. So okay, thinking about pain points, thinking about our stakeholders that we've already identified, trying to understand their customer journeys in a language that they would like actually gravitate towards. I guess what I'm hearing from you is buy-in, like if people actually use what it is that we produce, if it's just a system.
I think the system, really the system is what I believe in.
Oh, okay.
Is even why I went to the bank yesterday,
Yeah.
because the the system, what I believe in the system is how you can help people and you can emphasize trust. Because at the end of the day, it's like we'll be paid proportionally on the value that we create. I don't know if I respond to your question the right way.
You did. I guess the other thing that I want to clarify then, so we're on the same page about systems. That's good.
Mhm.
Then I guess my question is, when you talk about like the two options of making money, those don't seem like systems to me.
Mhm. Because this is maybe the fundamental question. We have the choice to wait until all the conditions are met, or we have, because this is what I'm currently doing, is like before I have not secured enough money to build the system,
I see.
I'm doing project.
So what do you need to build the system? I guess is the better question.
I need $2 million.
Okay. I heard that number before, and I want to get a better understanding of what I like. 2 million, like okay. Let's not talk about money, but like what is the money gonna do? That's what I really want to know.
The money, what I want to show you this number, and I showed you it. Okay, it's here. You see, for example, I showed you that in a pipeline I have the land worth this much.
Yeah.
And uh, when you look this land, you could put, this is the potential number of house.
0. What is
No, it's a 16, I think 16,000 unit
okay.
apartment. This is like the money. I have already the investor who say, if if this condition are met, I'm willing to put that much, and I put them together in a.
You don't want this to be on the screen, right?
Hmm?
You don't want this on the screen.
It's okay if you want to put on the screen, you can put them, or I will send you the document.
Okay.
You
It's
see?
not on the screen right now, but that's what I was. Because I didn't. It looks like your own like proprietary.
Yes, and for example, if you do this number of apartment, this is how much money like could be.
16,000 though. That's a lot.
Yes, 6,000 unit.
16,000.
16,000 unit. This is like, I have never advertised from people. Even you saw the conversation I had. The guys who called me, what he asked, he has a land that he want to give in order for me to support him to get investment. He's even in 12 million that he needs, he's willing to put 5 million on the table. You see, this is like
What is it gonna take to build 16,000 units?
it's a lot of work.
That's what I
But
really want to understand.
it's like if you want, for example, you remember last time you was telling me the generative design, precision modeling, and what
Yeah.
again?
And GIS.
And GIS. Now, if you take this number, already this it's equal. Like for example, this is the what you are putting on a table.
Yeah.
We'll be identifying how many factory are missing, how many like how many doors, how like for example, I showed you you remember the factory we visited.
Yeah.
That factory, like
Oh my gosh.
for you don't think maybe they can do it for 2,000 houses, the doors?
Yeah.
This is Rwanda. It's like we have someone like this, he has already invested, you know. And here we have, this is the potential of the money that we could lose in. We
Okay.
no, we
Wait, hold on.
400 million because it's like we have land worth this much.
Oh, okay. I was just thinking, okay, for a second, I looked at that number
Mhm,
and I thought about New York.
mhm.
Because 16,000 units would be way more than $400 million.
No, it's because it's different
Yeah,
context
yeah.
and different, like
Okay,
the cost of labor, the purchasing power, and so on
that's true.
is completely
I
different.
see.
Yes.
That's a lot of units.
No, it's a lot of unit, but again, there a need of because in the document they say we need 5.5 million unit by 2050. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna say what was on my mind. It's still a thought that's in formulation, but
Mm-hmm.
um, I was just thinking that that number makes sense here and that is great, but like, is it gonna be a way
Mm-hmm.
for Regalia to have a portfolio that's wide enough for people to access? Okay, so because I'm trying to think about, let me just say what I'm thinking. It's a lot of thoughts at once.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking about, okay, I'm going to Spain, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at Airbnb, I'm looking at hotels, and then I'm looking at, there's this other thing that I can't do because I don't have something to share, but you can swap houses.
Mm-hmm.
And then basically it zeroes out, you don't have to pay anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking about the models that they created because they understood that people want to travel the world, but not necessarily want to pay for costs of like, if it's $400 million here and it would be $400 billion in New York for the same exact thing,
Mm-hmm.
that's a huge still disadvantage for somebody trying to like move around and have more mobility.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that their model was successful because it allowed people to just kind of zero out the playing field.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to do the same thing with Regalia in terms of like, if we have investors in the US who are expecting, if you're building a thousand houses, I'm expecting like X return. So how am I still going to get that level of return without like basically depleting the market or having like some unequal levers? But also as a buyer or the other person we talked about, the options of investment are going to be for everyone. So like as a buyer, you can have equity in the project too, or whatever. So maybe we can expand the portfolio, and if people are buying fractional shares in equity, somebody from Rwanda can purchase equity in New York for a share that will grow a lot faster,
Mm-hmm.
and then they will be able to purchase.
Yeah. Okay. The that's honestly, it's I don't know the context of New York, and here I know there is two competitive advantage. The fact that the model that we are doing is a new model. There is no like other option. You see, because there is no another. We are kind opening a new window. The window of trust, if I had to call it. For example, I know there is a need for the people from USA to invest in Rwanda in Africa, but most of them, there is a challenge for them because sometime when they invest, they work with the people who are not serious, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when they work with the people who are not serious, the when they work with the people who are not serious, that this is like, because when you look on international, Africa has not a good reputation for investor, right? Like us of being a safe place, and what we are trying to do is like how we can make easier for the people from US and from the people of Rwanda to get like, because the people of Rwanda at the end of the day they want to work, they want a place to stay, and the people of New York they want to do some deep verification, right? To have to explore in other places, and
Yeah, I
and
mean, yeah.
yeah, and it is like the right combination. For example, today the guys who own the land today, he be selling his land for undervalued price. He'll be going out of city. But if you corroborate, we help him and we help the investor from New York. They're both winning. This is my perspective. But again, we could even help someone from Rwanda who has not too much money, but who want to invest.
Yeah, so I like the biggest thing for me is that when you say like 2 million, the reason why I'm trying to figure out what goes into that
Mm-hmm.
is because I can't, like, similar to how people that I know are asking for specific information. I also think like that too, like in terms of if I need to know before I invest in something that it is stable, or if it
Okay,
is like volatile.
you want to know how it
I
will be
need to know.
used.
Yeah, I need like,
Okay,
and if I don't even know that and I'm building a system, that's a problem. You know what I mean?
okay, it's the 200,000 will only be dedicated on the platform.
What if we just do, let's just like outside of talking about money, like
Mm-hmm.
let's just assume that we'll have whatever money we want to have. Like even if we get 2 million and one of it, 1 million is one of us because we're great,
Mm-hmm.
another million is actually wants the project. That's fine. I just want to know like who do we need? Like what do we need in order for this system to actually work? Like that's why I started to break down the budget. Like I understand that I need marketing costs. I need this platform, this social media. I need somebody to do it for me because I'm not doing it. So I need to hire folks. I need to know like what is it gonna take to translate what you do into a system in terms of like everybody that you need. And let's not think numbers. We can put numbers to it after, and then even put the like
Okay,
paths.
normally we need bank fast.
We need a bank.
We need bank because we need an escrow agency,
Yeah. Okay, that's great. Yes,
because
that makes
uh,
sense.
the escrow agency is necessary because here we are playing for different players.
Yeah, and we need lawyers to create the smart contract.
We need but lawyer are the part. I will put them in the part of developer kind.
Mm.
Yes, yes. We need a smart contract. We need escrow and we need a smart contract. And after it's just to do the condition. When the condition met,
What is the condition?
the condition, for example, is I'm a landowner. I need 1 million, and I have my land, and I need 1 million when
One
the
million for what?
to
For the cost of
develop.
the land or anything
No,
else?
for the cost of development.
That's what I want. Like that's what I want. Like
Mm-hmm.
okay, just explain this to me as if I don't know anything about development. So I don't even know like what materials do you need. I don't know how much transportation costs. I don't know where you're getting these things from. I want to know all of those things because that's going to make the
You want me
model.
to break down the one
Yes.
million?
Yeah, but I think the million is like distracting at least me.
Mm-hmm.
So just tell me like, for instance, you were telling me like the bricks that you were getting. They're local bricks,
Mm-hmm.
but it took you some time to get it, even after like the understanding was made, which
Mm-hmm.
delayed the work, and you're still paying workers and stuff like that. So even that's gonna go into contingency costs, but we need to understand all of the ways that this can go wrong, all of the ways that this can go right.
Yeah, and the way it can go wrong and it can go right is where the smart
go back to like building out what's needed to make the system. Let's assume that the smart contracts don't exist yet. We're at the part where we're developing what's going into the smart contract.
Okay, it's if we do not need a smart contract, let play this way. I have a land and I need a project. For the project, I need faster permit.
Mm-hmm.
And after I need the material, like the material you can see, break all them.
And that's gonna be determined by how big the project
Yes.
is and stuff like that.
And after that, it's I don't know where the money comes is faster after all this cost money.
Yeah.
If I don't have to the account, it's why we need an investor to come in.
Yeah, let's skip that part. Let's just keep talking about what the
The-
money is gonna be used for.
No, the money will be used to build is like if I simplify it, these guys want to buy something.
You want me to pause?
In pause.